stream. Let's do this. Ooh. And we're live. What's up, stream? Stream time, stream o'clock, stream 30. I'm so happy to have you here. You won't believe the nightmare I just went through to set this all up, but no need to get into that. Let's talkie through what I'm working on. So, my name is Mike by Fulco. I am not sharing my screen, so you cannot see what I'm showing you right now. Oh boy. I'm doing this all out of order. We can do some of this on stream though. What's up? Hey, hi, I'm over here. My name is Mike by Fulco. I'm technical director for Gymnasium. We do free online courses on design and development for your pleasure. You should take some of our courses. They're wonderful. They're all free. They're all self-paced. They're all video-based. And some of them are as quick as 5 minutes, like our new Take 5 on designing accessible data tables. Go check it out. It's really wonderful. I need to inform the world that I've gone live on my stream. Part of that is taking over Gymnasium's homepage, and I can do that here. Change that to true. We'll say streaming on stream. And commit those changes. Okay, so now that we are fully live in all of the places where it makes sense to do so, let's talk about what we're working on today. We're working on our new version of Gymnasium, which is over here. Should be running. Oops, didn't set up the proxy yet. Should be here. Pop up momentarily. New version of Gymnasium on Gatsby with TakeShape, with React Query, with all kinds of goodness coming through. What I want to work on today is the broad red elephant in the room on this particular page. That is to say, it's time to work on our homepage hero. I want to get this working. On Gymnasium, we have this wonderful rotating hero section that has content that is based on what's currently most interesting on the site, or at least as we see it. And there are a variety of different approaches that we can take to making this happen in our new version of Gymnasium. And what I'm interested in is taking a look at 2, maybe 3 different approaches to this today that I thought we could try. And as I explain what I'm going to do here, I think it's important to consider the workflow in the context of our team. So Gymnasium's a small team, a small but agile team. We have a developer and myself. We have a designer and developer, Justin. We have Andrew, who is a designer, developer, and Mutant Ninja Turtle, and a couple other folks on the team. But by and large, the 3 of us are the ones who tend to get down and dirty with. Oh, hey, look at that. We'll have to address that. I wonder what's causing that. We tend to get into the code the most often. So what I want to do is offer up some different approaches to how we could do this homepage hero, so that we can sort of select the one that'll work the best for us. And so as I see it, there's 2 sort of main main paths we can take to implementing this hero. So as we've talked about ad nauseum on stream here, the site is done with Gatsby. There's lots of good stuff going on here. And we have a page for our homepage on the Gatsby site. That's this guy. We have our index.js is the homepage. That's this guy. And we have a hero component. So we're mostly going to be working on the hero component today and talking through use of said hero component. I'm also going to, while I'm in here, do some surgery and get rid of the bootstrap stuff from it. And re-implement it with Chakra, which is the new hotness for us. So while we're doing that, while we're here, I guess we'll do that. So, and we'll get rid of the CSS module. We'll do a lot of good stuff here. So right now it's very simple. It's a big red blob. It says the word hero in it. I can edit this and hit save. We should see it update here momentarily. which will prove to you that this is indeed the right place to be editing. There we go, it was settled, that updated. So I'm going to start by converting this thing to chakra, and then we can talk about our options to include things, including this Twitch hero, which is really hard to show you how it works on stream because when I show Twitch while I'm streaming Twitch, it creates a weird Inception-y like nightmare for me, the streamer. So let's start by getting some chakra going. So we're going to do import box from chakra UI core, and we're just going to replace container. So this is going to be a box, and this is going to be the close of that box. And if I save this, that'll probably look nearly identical. In fact, it does. And we're going to start getting rid of these guys. So we want to get rid of the CSS module because Chakra does lots of good stuff around caching and reuse of CSS classes. So we're going to do our best to set this up so that we don't use the CSS module anymore. So first thing I'm going to do is D73158 will give us that. Margin left equals -15 pixels. Margin right equals -15 pixels. Min height equals 325px. And we'll do display equals flex, and in fact, because of that, we can set this up as a flex instead of a box. And we can say direction equals column, justify content equals center, and color, we can say we need to use our theme here. Oops. We'll do theme.colors and figure out what we've called it. We need to customize that. We're going to add our Gymnasium white as color here. Oops, that wasn't what I wanted. Okay, sorry, I'm working a little quickly here. We have our CSS theme. I'm just going to grab all of these guys and drop them in. Put them as a comment block down here. Copy all these guys in place. And you know what? Actually, I think there's a much nicer way to do this. Let's paste these in. We'll get rid of the ones I've done already. Black, blue, white, blue, black, and white. And I think if I do this and hold, nope, not that button. I swear to use a button combination that'll let me do what I want here. Alt click, perhaps. Yeah, there we go. I can do that, and then I can do end, go back one, put a single tick in. Have you ever seen something so cool? We did it. All right. We'll do dark gray, we'll do light gray. We'll do light page background. And now we've got a theme object being exported that has a white in it that we can use. And we can, inside of this hero, theme.colors.white should work. What's wrong here? It's called conditionally. Aha. That's a no-no with hooks. That has to come before that if. Okay. plus, so we are now rid ourselves of all that. We've got to do these H1s and H2s, which I believe will use the chakra heading. And these are going to be heading as equals H1, and we're going to say equals theme dot fonts dot. Let's get that into theme dot. Ooh, I just hit something. Theme.js. We need to do we'll say Brandon, and we'll say, actually, I guess we'll say title, and we're going to put in this here. And then we're going to say default. Do this. Those are going to be our two font options. Great. Now we've done all this. What's going on here? Okay. Need that preview. We probably don't need that yet, but we'll work on that. So this is going to be theme.fonts. Well, this doesn't matter because we're about to override this, but just kind of to show you what we're going for here. Oh, I just called it not Brandon. Title. Theme.fonts.title. And great. And this actually probably should just be text, because that's not the heading. That's like an alt of some sort. Okay. It'll look like that. It'll look like that. And we have container row and column we need to get rid of next, but look at that. We got our font in place here. It looks like I might not have my web fonts loading today. That's okay. But we've now gotten rid of this rule. And where is my background? I don't believe I have that. Okay, let's get rid of that. Great, we'll save that. We'll get rid of the CSS module here. Ninja Turtles all the way down, man. I just saw your thing in the chat there, Andrew. All right, so now we've got a couple of bootstrappy things to get rid of, and that is the column and row. Actually, I think if we do this, that might work out for me. So we're gonna need a box or two here. We're gonna get rid of this container. Oops. We're going to, oh, that's interesting. I have just a container component, do I? Ah, okay. Well, we can fix that up in a bit. Actually, it might be nice to just recode that container component to serve our purpose here. Well, let me show you what I'm looking at here. I'm just going to make this a full width guy. We will say we now no longer need a row. We need two boxes. serves as this guy. And this one will be a flex. And I think the default direction for flex is a column. We'll see if I'm wrong in a second here. Oop, oop, oop. I left this row in. Okay, that's a start. There's obviously some padding and things that need to happen here. Imagine this justify content bit has a thing or two to do with it. Yeah. That will center stuff vertically in here. Great, so we're looking pretty good already, but what you're not seeing here is when I go full screen. No, actually that'll work for the time being. But we probably want to make a container. Okay, we're going to do a couple of things. So the container thing, that component that we were just using, boxes in our content within this maximum width, which is kind of defined by our site designs and or Bootstrap. We can rewrite that using Chakra. That doesn't take long to do. And actually there's a lot more flexibility with that. What I want to do is get rid of this stuff. I'll probably move that hero just a bit. And we'll give that a width. That'll probably, yeah, that's 25% of the entire width of the page. So let's ignore that for the time being. This, at the very least, where we're at right now, will help me show what I want to show you in terms of next steps for this hero here, because I think that's really the question in hand. It's going to look a little ugly. Yeah, okay. Flex, we need to set that direction to column. I think there's like an is vertical. Easy enough. Okay, and then we can say ml equals 4, which will give us a left margin. Yeah, we might even say 8 to give it a little more space there. All right, so here's what I'm getting at. We have our entire code base here that is based in Gatsby. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this header in a way that makes sense for us. So at Gymnasium, we rotate our header pretty regularly, and our designer, Justin, is certainly a black belt in the way of both CSS and HTML. And so he works in CSS and HTML. So there's some trade-offs to be made here, and I'm hoping, yeah, Justin and Andrew are on stream here. So both of y'all would love to get some of your feedback on what we think is better for this particular choice. So let me get rid of some of this unused stuff, and I'll show what I'm thinking of as option 1 versus option 2 here. Option 1 will be to implement the homepage hero a bit like it is now, but probably to have a number of components in place here that are the things that we use as rotating hero containers. So basically it would mean every time we want to change out the hero, we would have probably something like this Twitch hero. Actually, you know what I'll do is I'll mock up the hero we currently have, because I'm pretty sure I was looking at that here before. This might not even be the current hero, but this will give me a good opportunity to show the two options. So I'm going to pull up the raw version of this and copy it, and I'll show you what I'm thinking. So for purposes of discussion, I'm actually going to clear out this hero, all of the content within it, because that'll make this simpler. So now it'll just be a big empty red box. Great. Ooh, that actually looks kind of nice. Wow, a little space. Not in your face content. Okay. All right, so this is what I'm thinking is there are a few different bits of metadata that comprise the hero. One is its background color, right? Like right now we have a nice red one that has some content on the left-hand side. There's the content within it, there's any images it uses, and its CSS. So basically what I'm thinking is that this component would choose the hero that gets selected, and we could do that using kind of anything that we want, any logic that we want. That's option one. So to implement our current hero, maybe I would say take 5, oops, that's just a file, isn't it? Take 5/grid.js. Is it grid? What is our current hero? It is accessible data tables. We'll rename. Right, and this could be more generic if it's the same structure of layout for everything. The naming is less important here. All right, so this thing would be a component that literally just returns the markup we want, returns the markup we want in the hero, which right now looks like this. And I will fix those URLs momentarily. Oops. Yes, that is in the current implementation. Let's not get hung up on the actual content within it. I'm just going to use this guy here because I want to show the two options. Basically, one option is to make a bunch of React components that we use. The other option is to pull it from take shape, and I think I like the React option better. And that's what I'm aiming to show off here. So. Yeah, this is, oh, I'm not even looking at the right hero. That's what you're pointing out, Andrew. I get it. Yeah, so there's some dynamic stuff in there. This is the generic campaign hero take 5. I see. Yeah, okay. Well, we could use our designing for good one, maybe. Let's start there. Comment those guys out for now. And replace our class with class name in the Reacty world we live in, and hit save, and that should format. Okay, we also have to include a few other things, but essentially this is going to be completely unformatted for now. Stop complaining. What we would do here is say import DFG hero from, I just named it the wrong thing. Let me rename this real quick. Oops, that's not what I want. Yeah, no, it is. Okay, and I'm gonna rename this because I'm a troublemaker. Okay, and we'll call this DFG hero. Call this DFG hero, save all those things. What we would do from within here is import DFG hero from that, and we would say return like that. Oops. So now we've got some designing for good stuff in here. Now, obviously, there are some things that need to be done here, like this container needs to be done up in a more responsive way. But the idea is that if for some reason instead of that I wanted my Twitch hero, this could be swapped out for the Twitch hero. The role of this flex thing would change to, instead of providing background color, just provide, well, actually I guess it could provide the background color too, but it should provide the responsive structure within which this thing sizes itself. I do not know what's going on there. It might be this. Will that do it? Yeah, that did the trick. Okay. So that's one option. The other option is a little more complicated and it uses take shape. And so what I was going to try and do is show off how to do that. And that would be that we would have a site setting added, which would be a relationship guy, which says active hero. Inside of here, we would tell it that we want a home page hero. We would say required, well, not required off the bat because it's not super helpful. Update the single. So what we would say is in the site settings that we have inside of take shape, we would select a home page hero as the active hero. Let's come into the home page hero thing in take shape. Now, this is where the trade-off comes in. What take shape does well at this point is that obviously this is a reasonably simple editor. It provides, let's see where I can show it off best. For a micro copy, we'll grab a description of take fives. On the right, you can see the version of each one, so you can see how things changed over time, which is really nice. If we want to go back and forth through one particular version of a hero, we could do that. What it doesn't do well is, I didn't even add the other bits I wanted. So what it doesn't do well is code editing. So what I ideally would want us to have is something like content, and then CSS, and then JavaScript, and maybe as needed. We might never use that JavaScript, but it's fair to put it in there. I'm going to rename this to HTML. And so when we go to create a new hero, it would be like a so, where we would drop in some HTML, drop in some CSS, and drop in some JavaScript. Unfortunately, at the moment, this is the editor that Take Shape has for these kinds of content, which is not great because what it doesn't do is monospaced typing, right? This is just Times New Roman or whatever, Arial. I know text isn't HTML, right? But that doesn't work great. It also doesn't do line numbers and syntax highlighting and all those other things. So at best would be copying and pasting a bunch of source into here, which I don't think is super great. But what it would allow us to do is have any number of heroes that we could pick here and then swap out the hero by coming into site settings and saying, oh, I want the take 5 one. For the new take 5, I want the whatever it may be. This list would probably grow crazy long at some point, but the type ahead is pretty nice. That's a start. I think that the, I think that that's one. So I think the downsides there really don't outweigh the pluses. I think there are other options we could use for this. If we had a really simple hero, we could use the markdown components they have. But right now that is just markdown and it doesn't easily allow you to spit out HTML or input HTML. There's also this block canvas, which I think is a little too simplistic for our purposes. So maybe I'm talking myself out of this in real time for the current version of Take Shape until there's support for something like MDX or HTML directly in here. I don't think this would work. Yeah, okay. So I think I've completely come around on that and talked in circles a bunch. But ideally what we're going to do is swap out our heroes then as a part of the Gatsby code, which just involves writing a bit of React and a very simple React component to do whatever it is we need to do. The upshot of that is that it's nice and testable from a local dev environment, reasonably easy to deploy, and we get all the source control and stuff from GitHub and pull request rate. Yeah, I think that's going to be the way to do it. I did just talk fully in a complete circle while doing that, so I hope some of that made sense. Well, let's look at how. Yeah, and then what we could do for something like a dynamic take 5 hero is use that, use all the site metadata to create that, right? Like that, there's no problem doing that with dynamic content if it's one layout, because we can use all the nice things from within React, so queries and all the other stuff that we get to talk to take shape. Yeah, Andrew, thank you for your help immensely. I came to the logical conclusion in the end. Sweet. Okay, that's great. No, that's great. So this is mostly a bit of nothing for the time being, but I know I did some good changes here. So I'm gonna get those in place, and we'll simplify this here hero page. I'm gonna delete that designing for good hero that I made. Because it's not really real. We can go implement that at a later date, and actually that'll make for a good example. Yep. And that's the simplified version of the hero for now, so we can commit that here. What is test.css? No. Untracked test.css. All right, goodbye. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Weird. Oh, it's in the static folder. Got it. Yeah. I know exactly what that was. It was just not tracked in this branch. That's okay. All right, so let's do it. We have hero. We've removed the hero to module.css. Simplify hero. That's easy enough. So let's look at all the places where I've used the container and see how many of them are ours versus bootstraps. That one's bootstraps. That's ours. That's ours. That's ours. Oof. That's ours. This is great. Okay, so I think we can do well to replace this with our own container. There is one place where we use the bootstrap container directly. Okay. Lovely. On this index page, yeah, okay. Well, let's work through that right now while I'm here. It will make some things messy briefly, but we can make that happen. All right, so we're going to use the hero as a place to test that. What I want to be able to do is say container and slash container. This is the API I'm thinking of for this thing. So we'll have a container, and we'll say fluid to make it go all the way to the edge of the monitor. And then within it, if we have a container that is just a container, that will go to the edge of the content space, for lack of a better term, with the gutters on either side for, what am I talking about here? These gutters, whatever we're calling that. This giant space and this giant space. And then if we want to put content inside of it, I should be able to pass any amount of props in that I need. Like so. So if I wanted this to have a background color and a min height, this margin length, hopefully we won't need in the future. Yeah, let's see about that. So something like this, something like this. And those containers are meant to just be the broadest. It'll be like a specialized version of a box, I want to say. But one that is standardized so we can use it across the site. And that would let me, so in this case, this would let me do something like, hello, world, flex, and this is probably going to look a little funky right now. Yep. Yep, container's not defined. Okay, that's great. Okay, so let's work on that container component. Might be able to get rid of use media query here. Let's see what all is going on. Yeah, okay, so what we're gonna do here, I see what this is doing. This is basically saying for small viewports, we're gonna make this thing full width anyway. And the way we're gonna do that is by setting the width equals container width like that. And then we want to put these guys here. That order is important. Oops, what's going on here? Okay. Excuse me. So if it's not fluid, we're going to constrain it to the maximum width of. Oh, you know what? We might even get to use some new CSS here. Let's find the maximum width of the page. Base it off of this here. 1170 seems about right. Okay, so that should come from our theme as well. Keep doing that. Layout. Okay, so we'll say if it is equals, if it's fluid, we'll say the max width is 100 VW. If it is not fluid, we'll say theme dot layout dot max width. Just like that. See if that works. Cannot, what? Cannot read property max width of undefined. Oh. Theme, did I save this? Theme. layout, max width. Underneath that. This is saying my theme is coming in as y'all. And what I need to do is wrap the the layout in the chakra container. Let's see, I thought we did that in config. Gatsby plugin chakra UI. Yes, I thought we did do that. And that's why this lives in Gatsby plugin chakra UI. Maybe I need a reboot here. Let's try that. I didn't have enough coffee today. Never bought that crazy coffee machine either. Yet. I will. Rest assured. Alright, give me the old refresh. What's going on here? That's no fun. Well, we're going to look at how that plugin works. Gatsby plugin chakra UI. For sure it'd be in there. Okay. I guess I should make sure all these peer dependencies are there. I'm pretty sure we already did that though. Well, all right, let's try some lengthier syntax here. Yeah, okay. That should be this. That shouldn't make a difference here. If it does, I'll be surprised. Bring it back. No, but this is working. Hey, look at that. That's the color mode thing. So we could have a dark mode gymnasium theme. Pretty nice. Can't read property max width of undefined. That is coming from container. Theme equals use theme. Tell you what, let's take a look at what we're getting in the debugger. Maybe I'm getting some of it, but not all. Maybe I have a typo. Honestly, truly just as possible. We have theme. Theme? Uh-huh. Well, interesting. Wait, these are, none of these, I don't know. So that's not my theme object. Okay, let's try this. So that did not work, right? That should be it. Well, the interesting thing is, as we can see, confusing myself. Container, flex. So one of these will be a flex. That one's a flex, okay. And this one has no max width set because that is not working because I'm not getting my theme from Chakra. Because I don't know why. It's alright, that's alright. Also probably means I'm not getting my theme here. Let's see about that. No. Oh, sometimes the little things slow you down. Okay. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. Come on, come back. Well, hey, one other thing we know is that we're not going to be using active hero in site settings here. So we can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. That's good. I can delete that, and I can also delete my homepage hero type. Yes. Delete. Homepage hero. wonder if I need this post CSS config any longer. It sure does slow down build. Okay, what am I getting for my theme? I'm getting a theme, but I don't think it has. What was I looking for in there? Theme.colors.white probably does not have the right theme. Can you figure out why? Theme.colors.white is 3Fs, it should be 6. So that's not working. That is for sure not working. Okay, well, we'll have to sort through that, and you can see now I broke all the containers on the site, but we can fix those. All over, they're all busted up. But that's what I was working on, right? We'll get there. Here, let's just show what that's going to look like. Okay, and yeah, I'll just say. There we go. And we're more or less back in shape. So, all right, I'm gonna end the stream here. I've got to figure out what's going on with that theme, and I think I need to go dive into some documentation about that because that's not what we want. But yeah, we got a bunch done here. I will I'll maybe try and get back on stream Thursday. To work on some of this stuff. It's exciting to see how this all is going to work, and clearly I'm under caffeinated right now, but this is going to be great. I'm super pumped to get this moving. It's all looking really nice. It feels so quick to navigate through this site. I'm so happy with that, and I'm so happy with like the dev experience is getting really nice. Whole bunches of good stuff happening here, which we should be very happy about. So, yeah, that's it for today. I'll be back Thursday, I think. I want to do more this week because that was last week. And so until then, take it easy. You can find me on Twitter at IrreverentMike, and you should take some of our free courses on thegymnasium.com. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.